Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today in part 1 of 2 of strategic project review of Lucerne Grand. We are diving deep into this project, bustling in the West Region Jurong.
Yes.
Dissecting Lucerne Grand and its investment opportunities to help you decide. Is it the sweet honey or is it the painful stink? I'm Ray.
And I'm Jen. For any project review, there is this disclaimer, as this review is for education purpose only and reflects our views based on available market data. Real estate investments always carry risks.
Yes, that's right.
So data informs, but decisions are yours.
Yours. Okay. So to do this review objectively, we have helped many of our clients apply the Squarefootproperty 4 pillars framework to decide if the project is worth the wait. What's the safe entry price? So for this methodology, we systematically assess these new launch projects' viability and potential returns, ensuring we cover all critical angles across 4 critical pillars. First, supply and demand. We call it S. Q, quantum price analysis. Third, F, future growth potential. And lastly, T,
Transition strategy.
Yes, that's right. It's designed to offer a holistic view of a project. Let's quickly break down our 4-pillar methodology.
That's right. The S stands for supply and demand, and the market liquidity, which is the absorption rate for the current available listings in the vicinity. And here, we also identify any undersupply or oversupply in the specific unit types in the region.
Yep, that's right. So next, Q, which is for the quantum price analysis. This is where we crunch the numbers, comparing the project's pricing against similar developments, factoring age, school premium, more proximity, and other harmonizing adjustments to normalize the resale PSF to the same attributes as the new launch to give you apple-to-apple comparison.
Yes, then we move on to F, which represents future growth potential. We use the master plan to determine any future upside from the urban planning, upcoming infrastructure, and residential developments that could enhance the project desirability. It's all about looking beyond today's
value. Yes, that's right. And finally, the T for transition exit strategy. This pillar focuses on the exit plan. So exit liquidity, where the future buyer pool are, and what's the holding period.
So let's introduce Lucerne Grand. This project is developed by CTL, comprises of 570 units across 5 17-story towers, including commercial spaces on the first floor, located in District 22, Lakeside Drive. So developer actually successfully bid for the land price at 1132 PSFPPR among other 4 contenders. And the project starts with a 2-bedroom, 222 units, and the size range from 620 square feet to 710 square feet.
Yes. 251 units, 3-bedroom, right? Roughly about 44%. Size range from 870 to 1000 square feet, which is a very sweet spot. And the largest type, 4-bedroom, 97 units, only roughly about 17% of the whole project. The size is about 1140 to 1430 square feet.
Wow, not bad. The size.
But does its location at Lakeside Drive truly justify a spot in your portfolio?
Let's find out. So let's start with the first pillar, supply and demand. Ray, do you know that Jurong is one of the largest townships in Singapore and spanning over 5 MRT stations?
Wow.
What are the MRT stations?
I don't know, I drive.
Okay, from Jurong East to Chinese Garden, to Lakeside Boon-Lay, and then to Pioneer. 5 stations. It's actually home to 400,000 residents, and yes, what's alarming is that Lucerne Grand is only one of the 22 private condominiums in Jurong.
Wow, so few condos in Jurong.
And that actually includes 3 new launches that's currently under construction.
Okay, what are the 3 new launches?
LakeGarden Residences, Sora, and Jaden.
Okay.
Okay. And then 5 ECs.
Okay.
Yeah, and this highlights a significant undersupply of private condominium in such a large and populous township.
Okay.
So to objectively compare Lucerne Grand, we analyzed 3 nearby resale projects, which is the first one, the adjacent Lakefront, and the other 2 newest resale condos, LakeGrande and Lakeville.
Okay.
And we also included nearby new launches, LakeGarden Residences and Sora for comparison.
Alright. So in Jurong area, we actually analyzed the current supply index, which is actually sits at the very lean figure of 0.99, meaning for every unit listed for sale, 1 unit will be sold. So when we dive deep into the units type, Lakefront across 1, 2, 3 and 4 bedroom units underperforms against the whole Jurong region index. This is likely because over 30% of the unit facing the track and west sun. But in contrast, for LakeGrande, the 3 and 4 bedroom units shows a super strong demand to supply ratio with a 3:1, with no 4 bedroom units currently for sale in the market. So for owners out there, if you have a unit for sale which is 3 and 4 bedroom, the demand is super high.
Yeah, super hot already.
Super hot already. So do watch out, okay? So for Lakeville, the demand for 1 bedroom actually is very low. The demand actually surged for its 3 and 4 bedroom, also the same, with ratio 1.67 to 2 respectively. So in the new launch segment, LakeGarden has only left 3 balanced units. 1 3-bedroom penthouse, 1 4-bedroom penthouse, and 1 3-bedroom unit which is on the lower floor. Its 1, 2 and 5 bedrooms are all fully sold. Interestingly, for Sora, there is no 1 bedroom type. So which suggests that the developer may be using the similar analysis to concentrate on the 2 bedroom units and larger for investors' purchase.
But let's highlight Lucerne Grand unique selling point again, which are its strongest defense here. First, location. It is literally next to Lakeside MRT and it sits within 1 km to Jurong Primary, which is a massive draw for parents over there.
I heard Jurong Primary is a very good school.
I have a lot of families who wanted just to shift there, just to go in and register for Jurong Primary.
Okay.
Yeah, and for lifestyle-wise, we are expecting premium units to feature en-bloc lakeside view. And with these 3 combinations, it's rare to find actually in all parts of Singapore.
Okay. So the S pillar, which is supply and demand, clearly indicates that this project fits a very hungry market, especially the 3, 4 and 5 bedroom segment. This is a clear signal of strong owner-occupied demand to supply ratio. So actually, families want to stay here but can't find a space.
But however, this doesn't mean that a 1 and a 2 bedroom type should be avoided.
Okay.
Because for those looking to invest in rental yield, we know that the rental yield in Jurong is very strong. Because due to the supply crunch in the private housing in Jurong, first thing, and with a strong demand coming from NTU students, CIS families, and expats working in Tuas and IBP area.
What's IBP?
International Business Park.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So Jen, next we look at the quantum price. In today's market, the true definition of a safe entry is determined by the price that you pay.
Correct.
Yep. So to assess this, we conducted a harmonization analysis comparing Lucerne Grand against the surrounding developments, while normalizing the key attributes such as the age, MRT proximity, school proximity, and the project positioning. This allows us to have a more meaningful apple-to-apple comparison.
Yeah, based on our estimates, Lucerne Grand break-even cost is approximately 2181 per square foot, assuming a developer profit margin of 20%.
Yep.
So a reasonable launch pricing benchmark would be approximately 2,617 per square foot.
Okay.
So particularly for the 3-bedroom segment.
Okay, so let's start with Lakefront Residences, which shares many similar attributes to Lucerne Grand, including its proximity to the Lakeside MRT and the school catchment benefits. Lakefront is currently about 16 years older than Lucerne Grand, so using a very conservative age adjustment benchmark of about $40 per square foot per year. This translates actually to an age adjustment of roughly about 640 PSF. So adding this adjustment to Lakefront current average 3-bedroom transactor price, which is about 1,007 PSF, gives us about 2,342 PSF. And after applying an additional 7% harmonization adjustment to align Lakefront overall attributes with Lucerne Grand, the adjusted value actually increases to approximately 2,461 PSF. So applying the same methodology to other nearby projects yields the following same adjusted values. Lakefront Residences 2,461 PSF, LakeGrande 2,418 PSF, Lakeville 2,479 PSF, LakeGarden Residences 2,429 PSF, Sora 2,564 PSF.
So this is after accounting for differences in age, MRT accessibility, school premium, and overall project positioning. So the adjusted values cluster around 2004 to 2005 per square foot range.
Yes, that's right.
As a result, we believe the safeback threshold for Lucerne Grand is approximately 2005 per square foot and below.
Yep, but why 2005 per square foot?
Because beyond that level, buyers may begin to seriously consider nearby resale alternatives such as Lakefront Residences, LakeGrande, and Lakeville, which offer maybe immediate occupancy. So from
a larger size, right?
Yes. So from another perspective, the future value of surrounding developments, particularly Lakefront Residences, will be heavily influence Lucerne Grand eventual launching price.
Okay, so if Lucerne Grand launches at around 2005 PSF, Lakefront current average price of 1,007 appears to be fairly valued.
You're right.
But however, if Lucerne Grand launches closer to 2006 and above, there may be room for Lakefront average pricing to move towards 1,008 PSF range, narrowing the valuation gap. So for owners out there who is staying in Lakefront, do take note of what's the pricing for Lucerne Grand, because it will actually affect your pricing over there as well. So take note of that. Yeah. So for existing owners like Lakeville, other nearby project, Lucerne Grand launch may serve as an important pricing benchmark. Whether you're considering holding for further upside or evaluating an exit strategy, always feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to share with you our detailed analysis and discuss your future options with you.
The third pillar is F, future growth. So we don't just look at what's there, we look at what's coming. We study the master plan right next to Lucerne Grand. There is actually an empty residential plot slated for future development. So in real estate, having a future plot is a classic strategy for upside. When that next plot is released at a higher land cost, your valuation will naturally be put up. So furthermore, look at the resale. There's one lakeside tower at Jurong Road, which is further from the MRT and is not 1 kilometer to Jurong Primary. It is currently in the en-bloc process with an asking price of 350 million.
Wow.
And which translates to roughly 1,244 PSF PPR. So if this goes through, it sets a new higher benchmark for land value in the immediate vicinity. So with the mature amenities already in place and the large greenery of Lakeside District, these future triggers actually act as a turbocharger for your property long-term capital appreciation.
Finally, let's talk about the transition strategy. And this is what we often call the exit strategy. Because buying a property is easy. But the more important question is, who is going to buy this property from you in the future? Because ultimately, your returns are actually determined by the strength of your future buyer pool. So one indicator we examine is the purchaser's address profile of nearby projects. Our analysis shows that 57 of Lakefront Residences buyers come from HDB addresses. 67% of LakeGrande buyers come from the HDB side. 55% of Lakeville buyers come from the HDB addresses as well. So whether these buyers were first-time private property owners or existing investors, one thing is clear. HDB upgraders form a significant demand source for this entire precinct. So the next question becomes, where will the next wave of HDB upgraders come from when Lucerne Grand TOP in 2032? Let's start with Yongho Spring, located nearby. Owners who purchased a 4-room BTO unit there in 2014 approximately about 289,000, are today transacting prices at up to estimated 710,000.
Wow, that's close to 500,000 in capital gains.
Yeah, that's right. So before considering the growth of our CPF balances over the years, so assuming Lucerne Grand launches around 2006 PSF, so a typical 3-bedroom unit could be priced between 2.2 million to 2.6 million. So for example, for 2.6 million purchase, 25% down payment is about 650,000. So with approximately 500,000 in cash proceeds from the HDB sale, coupled with a cumulated CPF OA account, balances plus housing refund, many of these households actually can comfortably afford the required down payment.
So in fact, some may even have financial capability to even consider properties approaching to 3 million price range.
Yes, that's right. But here's the real kicker. Right behind Lucerne Grand sits Taman Jurong Skyline, a massive BTO development comprising of 1,844 units.
Yes, I saw those HDBs actually facing directly the Lakeville.
Yeah, correct. So it spans across 540-story residential blocks. These homeowners are expected to fulfill their MOP around 2032 to 2033.
So it's almost perfectly aligned with Lucerne Grand's TOP timeline.
Yep, that's right. So just as Lucerne Grand is completing construction and establishing itself as a new residential landmark, thousands of nearby HDB households could be reaching the stage where they are ready to upgrade. First, they already know the neighborhood. Second, their children may already be studying nearby. Third, their social networks and lifestyles are already anchored in the area. And most importantly, many will have accumulated substantial housing equity by then. So this actually creates a natural and highly relevant future buyer pool for Lucerne Grand. So in other words, the project is not just relying on today's demand. It potentially benefits from a built-in pipeline of the future HDB upgraders entering the market at precisely the right time.
So to wrap up, is Lucerne Grand worth considering? Using our square foot framework, that's how we actually rate the project.
Yep.
Supply and demand, we rate it 5 stars because of a strong demand fundamentals driven by its proximity to Lakeside MRT, Jurong Prairie, and limited supply of newer, larger format family homes in the area.
Yes, that's right. For quantum price, we rate as a 4 stars, a compelling proposition if the launch prices are around 2005 PSF and below,
Yes.
providing buyers actually with reasonable margin of safety against the future resale alternatives.
Yeah, in terms of future growth, we give it 5 stars because significant upside potential supported by ongoing transformation of Jurong Lake District. So the future development sites and possible en-bloc opportunities in the surrounding precinct.
Yep. So for T, transition strategy, we rate as a 5 because there is a substantial pipeline of future HDB upgraders supported by nearby BTO developments reaching MOP around the same timing as Lucerne Grand TOP, so creating a visible and identifiable future buyer pool. So taking all these 4 factors into consideration, our verdict is a strategic yes. So Lucerne Grand is more than just a place to live. It represents a calculated entry into one of Singapore's most exciting transformation stories, backed by strong demand drivers, future growth catalysts, and a clear exit strategy.
So thank you for spending your time with us. If you would like to stay updated on any latest news, launch pricing, floor plans, unit releases, or project updates as new information comes available, simply DM us LG and we'll keep you informed.
And if you are currently a homeowner wondering whether is it the right time to upgrade, to hold, or exit your existing property, feel free to reach us as well. At Squarefootproperty, we believe every property and every homeowner's situation is unique. And that's why we analyze each case individually, taking into account your objectives, timeline, financial position, and market conditions before sharing our recommendations. We'll be happy to help you evaluate your options and provide our honest, data-driven review. Until next time, this is Squarefootproperty, helping you to make smarter property decisions through data, not hype. I'm Ray.
I'm Jen.
See you in the next video.
Bye.